Welcome everybody to the Grace Company and to Tuesdays with Grace. My name is Amanda and I'm super excited to introduce to you a couple of members of our technical support team. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the tech support manager.
I'm Tal. I am a Tier 2 tech in the tech support team.
Awesome. So I'm excited to have Sarah and Tal on, and so the first thing, why don't you tell us a little bit about your technical support team and what you do for us here at the Grace Company.
Okay, well, we are our tech support team, so we troubleshoot with basically everything from machines to frames to software, any issues that you may be experiencing.
Okay, and so if you've ever had an experience with the technical support team, I'd love to hear about it in the chat. We're live today, so we could highlight some of your stories of how the technical support team has helped you. So while they're doing that, why don't you tell us some of the things that they can call in to your team for help with?
Yeah, I mean, really any of the issues that you experience while you're quilting, we have several different issues that are everyone experiences, from weird noises you experience, tension issues,
software, an issue with your tablet,
weird pop-ups that you're not used to seeing, a number of a variety of issues, really.
Really, anything except for making you quilt.
Yeah. Okay. So I know you wanted to show some of the resources that we have available for you on the website. So why don't you show on our website where they can find a lot of these resources to help troubleshoot the problems that you have.
Perfect. Yeah, we do have lots of resources on the website. We are getting into our busier season, so we do have a call queue. It is building a little bit just because we are in our season, but we do have some resources available. That way, you don't have to wait for a call back. Maybe there's something small that can be fixed that we have a video for. So let's show you, because we have lots. All right, so the first thing is we do have our events tab here. This events tab will take us to Tuesdays with Grace, Grace on the Road, anything that we have going on. You are welcome to join the event, sign up for the event. Our Grace Coast shopping shows are really neat. Definitely join those. That's a great place to start, is our events page. This is also where you can find our Tuesdays with Grace. And then another great tab right after the events is our resources tab. This has pretty much everything. This has our product instructions, and that's what we'll start with here. We have instructions for pretty much every product that we have created here at Grace Company. We have all of our quilting machines here. We also have our new ones that just came out. So we have the 16 series, 21, 21 Pro, and we also have our older machines too, the 15. I know that's been discontinued, but we do have the resources on the website. In these resources, we have our manuals, we have our quick reference guides, we have just so many things. So you're welcome to look at these manuals. I definitely prefer the quick reference guides. I think these are great. You should have these when you receive your machine, but if not, you can get these here.
Yeah, and a lot of these come with your machines, but if you misplace it or want to find it in a quick, easy place.
Yeah, some people move around a lot, so that's why we have the resources available. We also have all of our frames. We have our newer frames and our older frames too. So if you have an older frame that you just can't identify, like these hand quilting frames that are all made of wood and you just don't know what they are, we have all of them here. And then we also help identify frames too, so you're always welcome to send us a photo and we can help you with that. We also have all of our accessories, quilting accessories. We have our ruler base, our Sure Stitches, both Sure Stitch Regular and Sure Stitch Elite. We have our Luminous, so pretty much anything that you own, we have the documentation for. Another great one that I wanted to show is this troubleshooting document for tension. This is probably our biggest document that we've created this year, just because tension is a big deal with our machines. These are We like to compare them to high performance cars. There's just lots of things that need to be tweaking when it comes to tension. And something little can really throw off your quilting and your stitches. So this is just a great resource to come to. It really is very thorough. Goes over everything from the bobbin to the top of the machine and everything in between. It tells you what kind of stitches you're getting. So if you're getting some weird stitches, you can go in here and troubleshoot them. So this is just an incredible resource. Thank you to our engineering team for putting this together.
Yeah, and Carla talked a little bit about this if you were watching a previous Tuesdays with Grace with the engineering team. So if you're wondering where to go to find that, it's right in that resources page.
Yes, great for that. I'm so glad it's on there. And then we have other resources too if you are looking for things other than our instructions. We have support videos on here too. These are just always being updated just because we have new products always coming out, but we do have some regular support videos in here, how to install your coders, how to do some tension and timing things, just a good visual source for, these things that you may be having some trouble with, how to load fabric on your frames. I know we get lots of calls for that. Assembly videos, we have those for most of our frames, and then some sure stitch videos as well. So we do have support videos. Another one is our YouTube, but I will talk about that in a second. But for resources, just another one I wanted to go to. There's actually two. Tutorials, we have some quilt motion tutorials if you need just tutorials for borders and corners or how to get started with quilt motion. That's another big thing for our new customers. We also have quilt motion help here too. So if you need help installing the QCT on maybe a different tablet, if you just need to update the software, register the software, all of it is available online here. Then we also have our just support videos and support PDFs that go in the software, just how to learn, how to do simple things, how to just be a beginner quilter. So all of this is available. And that's pretty much for the website, but we also have a YouTube.
Yeah, and so she's gonna pull up the YouTube channel, and that's where you can find all of our past Tuesdays with Grace videos and even some of our fall festivals.
Pretty much, yeah, everything. All of our events will be on our YouTube page. We have all of our new videos up here on this playlist. We have several playlists too to help you.
And we have a comment here from Joe. He says that one of the festivals, they demonstrated how to clean the machine and get ready to quilt. Which video is that, and where can you find that?
Okay. So that may be on our YouTube. I'd have to actually look and see which video, but most of our videos that we have done, that we've filmed through any festival, will be on our YouTube channel. So we have sorted them to try to make it easier for you. We have our Grace Co Shopping Show playlist right here. We have our Grace on the Road, so we travel a lot. There's lots of events that go on that we just attend, so you can watch all of those and see us have fun. And then all of our Tuesdays with Graces are here as well, so you can reference back to projects, see Amanda do some really cool stuff. We have Quilter's Creative Touch here too, so if you have any issues with your QCT, learning how to use pantographs, some new features, all of that is here as well. We have some tips and tricks. That's probably where you're going to find that comment, how to keep your machine quilting fit. Different things, ruler, pattern perfect, so lots of demonstrations. Maintenance and troubleshooting, and then we also have these great playlists here for the machine series and frames. So if you have a new cutie frame and you want to learn how to quilt on it, here's a great playlist for you.
Okay. One other thing that I wanted to show on the website was on the events page where you can download any of the resources that come with our Tuesdays with Grace videos. And I especially wanted to show you next week for Tuesdays with Grace, we are going to be quilting together a pattern. So if you wanted to piece the pattern before we quilt it next week, I wanted to show you where you can find that.
Okay.
So on the events page, if you click Tuesdays with Grace, you can click join the event and then click the event schedule up at the top. And if you scroll down to next week's video and click see detail, yeah, you'll see the event and see the details. And scroll down, you'll find that fall leaves table runner. We're going to piece that together, and so next week you can join us and piece that together.
Fun.
Yeah. Okay. So the Quilted Poodle asks, as PDF resource documents, are they searchable for specific topics? If you know what PDF you're looking at, you could search in the PDF document, but you would need to know what general topic you want to look for. So whether what machine you're using, or you can look at that troubleshooting guide for the tension. Okay. The tension troubleshooting guide could be useful for the non-Grace machine because there's a lot of overlaps, but it is mainly meant for our machines.
It would help. Yeah, it goes over tension and timing. I mean, it is some Grace specific, but there are some things I'm sure you could learn from it, especially when it comes to, learning the tension of your machine. They're all different. Every machine is different.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of similarities between every machine, but for the best help, it would be best to refer to your manufacturer's tension recommendations.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You'd have to look at your own user manual to figure out where the bobbin tension, how to set that, and the tension from the machine at the top. So
Very true.
okay. One more thing. Okay. Kathy says, I'm interested in the QD frame. Is any quilting machine compatible? Do you know if there's a place on the site to see compatibility?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There
I
is.
know where to find that.
Yes, we can actually show you that. So on the website, if we go into frames and QD frame right here, it shows you just all of the information about our QD frame. And then scroll down a little bit and it will show you some specs, but it kind of shows you how to quilt on the QD frame, which is really neat. And then here's a space. So, you want to make sure that your table that you put the QD frame on will fit, first of all. So we recommend like a husky table is usually what the customers get, or one of those like starlight tables. I think that's what they're called, the white ones that fold out. And then zoning, but yeah, so here will my machine work. So there are differences in machines. Not every machine will fit. So you want to make sure that your feed dogs can be disengaged, that your machine will fit on our carriage, and you have enough space. For the QD frame, we recommend machines with throat sizes between 7 and 19 inches.
And a lot of the short arm machines, we try to provide as many extension cables for the foot pedal that we can, but there's just so many different types of cables out there that we can't provide all of them. In cases like that, you would just need to, again, refer to your machine's manufacturer to see if they have an extension cable that would work for you. Otherwise, there is a way that you can run the foot pedal cable to the front of the frame and then down that a lot of times will work for the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So before we go, if a customer wants to call in to you, do you have any advice for them before they call in?
Yes, we actually created a list.
Okay.
Well, let me get that. Do you want to go over that?
Yeah, so right here we have really what we say, 10 things that you should look for before you give us a call, just some things that you should have ready for us. The number one thing with, especially with QCT or the software, check the cables. If you're getting connection issues, or if it's your machine is tracing, it doesn't actually sew the pattern, just double check the cables to make sure that they're plugged in tightly. We would suggest to unplug them plug them back in and make sure that they're plugged in tight. And then the second one, tension. That's a big issue that a lot of different people run into. Refer to your machine's quick reference guide. Make sure you're hitting all of the points. You're looping it around the thread guides. The discs are flossed. And yeah, just make sure that all of those different points are hit there.
Make sure your needle is in correctly. Use the needle magnet tool. We have these tools that come with your machine. We have a needle magnet tool and a hopping foot gauge tool. Those are very important. So you want to make sure that the needle is in correctly. It's very common to put that in backwards. It's very easy to put that in backwards. So if you're noticing a lot of like needle breakage or things like that, check the needle. Hopping foot height could also cause a lot of needle breaking and things too, lots of issues. So those are two very important things to check. Definitely use your gauges.
And if you don't have the hopping foot gauge, that is equivalent to 4 pieces of loose leaf paper. You can just use 4 pieces of paper to get the hopping foot set to the proper height. And then the next one, long stitches. Check the encoders, make sure that those are installed properly, make sure that they're not riding up off of the track. If it's not sewing at all in one direction, again, check the cables, make sure that they're all plugged in tightly. And like we said before, unplug them, plug them back in, and just make sure that they sit in tight. And then more on tension, just checking that the weight of your thread, the size of your needle, that those are matching up properly. That can cause other types of tension issues.
We do have a needle and thread document in that tension guide that we just showed. So it shows you, if you have a size 18 needle, you're going to have different types of thread depending on what type of thread you're using. So that's definitely a good place to reference too.
Weird noises, probably the #1 call that we get on weird noises is people are saying that they turn their machine on, they hear a weird buzzing, no idea what it is, it's freaking them out. That is almost always the bobbin winder.
Bobbin winder.
Just make sure that's not turned on.
Just a little bit of a sneaky thing up
Yeah,
there.
well, especially new machines because it gets clicked over and like that bobbin winder goes. So I mean, it vibrates the whole machine.
If it's not the bobbin winder, we would just say get a video of it. That's for weird noises. That's the probably the best way that we can help to identify it is if we can hear what exactly is happening with it.
Yeah. It's always great to get video and photos of what the problem is to get an idea and kind of knowing the context around what your issues are can really help them support you in the best way possible.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah, we love photos and videos. And if you, for QCT, if you're registering or have a gold card, make sure you're connected to the internet. That's another big one. Just because we don't say to be connected to the internet while you're quilting, just because, if you have an update running or something that could cause some issues with your quilting. But while you are trying to register the software or register a gold card, make sure you are connected to the internet so that can get transferred to our servers. Otherwise, it just kind of gets stuck in limbo. So that's it. That's really it for the internet.
Weird pop-ups, different errors that you see in QCT. Big causes that we see from a lot of these is double tapping different icons, trying to move faster than the software is moving. The software in most areas wants you to use just a single tap on the icons. And some parts of the software just take a second or two to load, so just be patient with it and just give it time to process everything before you try to move on.
And the last bit of advice, if you have a sure stitch, check your jumper settings. All of our jumper settings are available on the website. They do depend on your machine, so you want to make sure your jumper settings are compatible with the machine that you're using. If you're using a Sure Stitch Elite, we have the machines just listed on the display of the actual Sure Stitch, so make sure that your machine is selected correctly.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys for coming here, showing us all those resources that we are available to help troubleshoot your machines. Just one more thing before we go. Why do you like doing customer support and supporting? What's your favorite part of supporting our customers?
I love seeing just everyone's creations on our products. It's just amazing what people can create. Especially with just a couple pieces of fabric. I mean, our customers are truly talented, and it's really cool to see and be involved in that.
And for me, so Grace was my my great grandma actually, and one of the things that I always heard her say was that she wants everyone to be able to quilt. She wanted everyone to be able to pick it up as a hobby, for it to be their passion, and to be able to get to help everyone else to fulfill that. When you come across a stumbling block, an obstacle of some course, for me to be able to help each of you to overcome those and continue on with your passions and hobbies. I just love being able to do that.
Okay. Thanks everybody for joining us today, and we will see you next week on Tuesdays with Grace.
Bye.